Oh, you think all shipping label printers are the same? Trust me, some of these can turn your shipping game into an absolute nightmare or a total breeze. Today, I'm counting down the 5 best shipping label printers you can get, each of which I've tested under real-life conditions, rush orders, late nights, you name it. By the end, you'll know exactly which one to trust with your time, money, and sanity. Stay tuned, because there's a clear winner here, but the journey? Oh, it's worth it. Number 5. Nelko Shipping Label Printer. Now I know this one gets passed around Amazon a lot, and it's got some loyal fans, especially folks in small businesses who just need something fast and cheap. Let me give credit where it's due. The Nelko doesn't use ink or toner ever, which is a huge relief if you hate constantly running out of supplies. It's also small, like fits in your junk drawer small, and honestly, for anyone tight on space, that's a plus. Using the Nelko is pretty straightforward. Setup took maybe 5 minutes tops, and connecting it via Bluetooth was, well, actually pretty smooth. It prints quickly, and the print quality, if you're sticking with basic black and white text, looks good. 0 jams, 0 misaligned prints in my testing. I appreciated how quickly it punched out batches of 4x6 shipping labels. No high-pitched whining, just a zippy laser sound as the labels fly out. But here's what matters. The quirks. Every time you close the cover, it spits out a blank label. Yeah, a total waste if you're paying attention to costs. There's no label hopper included, so you're stuck reloading more often than you'd like. And if you ever need color or want a true plug-and-play experience for photos or detailed graphics, look elsewhere. Oh, and there's this thing where you sometimes have to manually reset the label position. Not a deal breaker, but if you're printing a lot, it does get, let's say, a little irritating after a while. Number 4. Brother QL800. Alright, rolling up at number 4 is the Brother QL800, a brand that basically lives in every office supply closet. Right out of the box, the QL800 delivers something unique. It can print in 2 colors, black and red, which is actually useful for priority or urgent labels or anytime you want things to stand out. The print resolution is solid at 300 by 600 dpi, and you get an automatic cutter, so no more jagged edge label rips. Printing a massive run of address labels, this machine keeps up, spitting out up to 93 per minute before it needs a break. Brother makes it dead simple to design labels with their free software or mobile apps. I made labels for boxes, folders, and even weird-sized inventory bins. The print quality? Sharp. The text was readable, even if you squint, and the finish had this professional vibe. For warehouse or workbench duty, it just works. But you know, I've got to be honest, there's a reason this one isn't higher on the list. The QL800 has no wireless or network support. You must park it next to your PC or Mac and plug in via USB every single time. If your shipping station isn't right by your computer, tough luck. The ability to print in red is also limited to just one label type, so you can't get creative there unless you're okay sticking with 2.4-inch tape. Number 3. Munbyn Shipping Label Printer. I went into testing with low expectations. Maybe that's unfair, but with all the off-brand buzz, I wanted to see if Munbyn could actually hang. And wow, this thing is fast. Like blink and you miss it fast. Stacked up next to older models, or basically any inkjet, the Munbyn's speed is kind of shocking. I zipped through a roll of 50 labels in under a minute. Let me explain. If you run an Etsy or Amazon shop and you ship in batches, this will absolutely save you time. You get a bunch of label sizing options, and the app isn't half bad for customizing layouts. I threw everything at it, barcodes from eBay, return labels from my phone, even image-based stickers for some goofy branding projects. The defaults worked beautifully, and there weren't any jams or misfeeds. Quality? Crisp. No fuzziness, no smears, and everything scanned with UPS and FedEx without complaint. Now the part that bugged me, there's no Wi-Fi or wireless printing. In my setup, that's a headache because my computer and shipping station aren't exactly friendly neighbors. The design is a little retro, which is, well, you either like it or you don't. Some folks online have had issues with barcode clarity, but in my hands-on, I got good results as long as the right settings were dialed in. Still, if wireless matters to you or you want something absolutely flawless out of the box, keep that in mind. 2. Rollo USB shipping label printer. And wow, this quickly became my default workhorse for a ton of reasons. The first thing you notice is the speed. At 150 millimeters per second, this printer churns out a standard 4x6 label every single second. No need for ink or toner, ever, and the print quality is so sharp you'd swear it came straight from the post office counter. Setup is hilariously easy. You download the drivers, plug in via USB, and you're rolling within minutes. It's compatible with both Windows and Mac, so no weird workarounds. Versatility? Just about every label type and size you'll ever need. I used it for shipping, barcodes, warehouse bins, and custom branding. Even when I went off script with odd-sized labels, everything came out clear and crisp. The Rollo Ship Manager app is a pretty big deal. You get access to good shipping rates and integrations with all the major platforms: Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, eBay, you name it. No monthly software fee, and shipping is just one click away. But a couple small hitches. You're tethered by USB. Want to print from your phone, tablet, or across the room? Sorry, not happening. The initial setup might take a few extra minutes if you're not tech savvy, but once you're up and running, it's all smooth sailing. Also, you've got to use the right direct thermal labels, which are pretty common, but just a heads up. 1. Rollo wireless shipping label printer. Alright, we made it. The number 1, top of the heap, absolutely worth the hype shipping label printer, the Rollo wireless shipping label printer. You want hassle-free? This is as easy as it gets. First, no cables anywhere. AirPrint and Wi-Fi certified, so you can print from literally any device: Mac, PC, iPhone, even iPad. I just dropped it on my packing station, fired up my phone, and kicked out a stack of shipping labels without even waking my laptop. Print speed? Wildly fast, 1 label per second, every time. Label detection is automatic, you don't have to tinker with settings or babysit the feed. But it's not just about speed. The build quality? Top tier. I've printed thousands of labels on one of these, and it's still cruising along as if it's day one. Over 650,000 labels promised in its lifespan. Yeah, I believe it. Print resolution hits 203 dpi, which sounds technical, but really it just means clear, durable labels that scan perfectly at every carrier drop-off. You can use any thermal label stock, no weird proprietary barcodes or exclusive sizes. Setup is almost fun. If you can operate a coffee maker, you can handle this printer. And if you get stuck, Rollo's support is quick, knowledgeable, and you actually talk to a human. I don't say this lightly. The Rollo Wireless lets you forget about the printer for a while and just focus on shipping. It saves time, money, and aggravation. Less fiddling, more productivity. Final thought, and that's the list. 5 printers, from clunky but reliable, all the way up to set it and forget it. Pick what fits your needs and your workflow. But if you want zero nonsense and maximum efficiency, you know where my vote goes. Happy shipping!